To make real food, you need a great recipe, passed down from generation to generation. Welcome to Real Food, Real Kitchens, the show that goes into real kitchens of everyday people to tell the story of a dish and the families and cultures that bring it to life. For this episode of Real Food, Real Kitchens, we go to DeLand, Florida, where Sabrina makes a traditional Southern Sunday dinner. You can get this recipe and many more by visiting realfoodrealkitchens.com.
Okay, we're in my kitchen and today we're gonna make a traditional Sunday dinner. Today we're gonna have fried chicken, homemade biscuits, field peas, mashed potatoes and gravy, sliced tomatoes and cucumber, and deviled eggs. And for dessert, blackberry cobbler, and we're gonna wash it all down with some great iced tea. I got interested in cooking by spending time with my grandmothers, and so I learned how to cook, really learned my cooking skills by the act of doing. So now we're gonna start with the blackberry cobbler. And the first thing we're gonna do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So now let's mix our cobbler. The first thing we'll do is take a oven-proof baking dish and 1 stick of butter melted. That's butter, not margarine. Pour it in the bottom of the pan. The next thing we'll do is prepare our berries. And I'm using blackberries today for my cobbler, but you can use any kind of fruit. Peaches, strawberries and rhubarb, blueberries, raspberries, apples, anything will work. I have about 2 to 3 cups of blackberries, and I'm going to mix with that a cup of granulated sugar and about a quarter cup of lemon juice. So it looks like our berries are well stirred and ready for our cobbler, so we're just gonna set those aside for a moment. And now we're going to make our cobbler batter. It's very important to use self-rising flour and a cup and a half of sugar, so there's equal parts. And I'm going to mix with that 1 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. Now you can use milk, regular milk or canned milk, but I prefer whipping cream because it makes your batter, your cobbler breading very light. I'm just gonna pour most of it in and stir it up until the batter is well mixed. And it may be a little bit lumpy, which is okay. And you will learn how to judge whether or not your cobbler batter is of the right consistency for baking. And you want it smooth enough so that it pours easily into your pan. See, this is about the consistency because it will pour into the pan. So previously we've added our butter to our baking dish, and we're going to leave it in the bottom of the pan. We're going to add our cobbler to the pan, our cobbler batter. Resist the urge to stir the butter into the batter. Leave it as, and let the butter do its job, which is gonna make a nice, yummy, crusty bottom to this cobbler. So do not stir the butter into the cobbler mix. So we're just gonna finish adding our cobbler batter to our pan. And we want to get all of that yummy goodness in our pan. And I'm just going to spread it out a bit, but I'm not going to mix that butter. The butter needs to do its own job. It's the co-star of the show, second only to the berries, which we're now going to add. And I'm going to spoon them evenly in the pan. Getting all that great, yummy sugar. And we're ready to go in the oven. And we have preheated our oven to 350 degrees, and it's now ready. And we're going to put this in the oven and let it bake until our cobbler is golden brown and nice and bubbly. Probably about 30-35 minutes.